Yes, good evening to everybody. Wish you all a happy International Yoga Day and also World Music Day. I welcome Ms. Vidya and Mr. Jeshal and the team of Heartfullness today in this occasion. So National Library, in collaboration with Heartfullness, today organizes an International Yoga Day. I wanted to brief about Heartfullness Foundation. The Heartfullness Institute started its journey as a non-profit organization on the name Sahaj Marg Spirituality Foundation with branches all over India and several other countries also. It is the sister organization of Sri Ramchandra Mission, founded in 1945. At present, it is serving millions of practitioners in more than 130 countries. SRCM partners with the United Nations Department of Public Information worldwide to jointly propagate universal peace and harmony through yoga and meditation. The Heartfullness Institute is the highest service that they can do, the services for the community to bring together everyone in one platform with unity and solidarity to face the existential challenges posed by this COVID. The better opportunity in the day of International Day Yoga, they can make the root of the principles of yoga. So I welcome the team of the Heartfullness Yoga people in this occasion, and I request Dr. Kochukoshi sir to give a welcome address. Sir. Sir? Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Now we hear. Yeah. You please continue, sir.
Yeah. Welcome. Welcome all.
Sir, video on करिए sir. आपको मुंह नहीं दिख पा रहे. Video.
Video on. Video on है. Video is on. Camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on. You can't see.
No, I can't able to see you.
No? Now it's possible. Now it's.
No, sir. Oh, no.
I am sharing.
No, you don't share. You just on your camera. It is in the below area in your desktop. You just see.
It is on. It is on. It's working. I can see my picture inside.
I don't know why it's not shown here. Okay, sir. You continue.
Anyway. Yes, sir. Yeah. Welcome all of you, especially Srimati Vidya and Jaiswal and his team. As we know, we are passing through a very difficult time. It is very important for all of us to keep us fit. As Indians, we are lucky to have this traditional knowledge of practicing yoga, which is one of the oldest systems of living healthy, mentally and physically. By regular practice of different asanas, we are able to prevent a lot of diseases. And we can keep the body, spirit and mind in good health through yoga. On the International Day of Yoga, I wish all of you, all my colleagues and friends, a healthy and safe life. I once again, on behalf of the National Library Calcutta, I welcome all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Mr. Jeshal Mehta and Ms. Vidya ma'am to start the session.
Thank you very much. And namaste to everyone and a very warm welcome in this session where we get the opportunity on behalf of the Heartfullness Institute to share some ideas on this auspicious day, this very important day, about the topic of yoga, and share with you also some practical, some practices of this organization of the Heartfullness Way, which is mainly got to do with meditation. So, as Sir very rightly said, you see, we all are in times which are really trying and testing. And it is indeed getting more and more important for us to take care not only of our physical self, but probably more importantly, of our mental health. So before we venture into today's session, I would like to give a small brief of what this organization is about, the Heartfullness Institute, what kind of activities it carries out across the world. So we'll play a very short video for you.
In a world full of chaos, stress, and anxiety, we all need a moment of peace. A moment when we let go of all worries. A moment that charges us to take on life's challenges. A moment when we plunge within ourselves and come out refreshed. A moment of simplicity. A moment of happiness. The source of real happiness lies within each of us, in our hearts. We just need to learn to connect with it.
Our entire life is led by feelings and inspirations. And that is the role of the heart. When we manage to listen to the feelings and capture the inspirations that comes from within, I think we can master our life by listening to heart again and again.
Heartfulness meditation is a form of Raja Yoga that teaches us how to connect to our heart. As one learns how to meditate deeply, letting go of all mental complexities and tuning into the heart, a sense of inner balance and calmness begins to prevail.
The whole exercise of fine-tuning the heart with the mind is through this meditation on the heart. That's why we call this process heartfulness meditation.
This simple yet effective system has been prevalent for more than 100 years. Today, it is followed by over 1 million people across 120 countries. Thousands of meditation, retreat, and research facilities serve as centers where individuals from all walks of life, diverse nationalities, different religious backgrounds, various social and economic circumstances come together, transcending boundaries in an atmosphere of love. With a significant online presence, the Heartfulness app, a YouTube channel, Heartfulness magazine, and a rich body of literature makes the practice easily available to seekers. The Heartfulness Institute is a nonprofit organization that brings the heartfulness meditation and relaxation methods to individuals, corporations, universities, schools, and communities. Thousands of volunteers and more than 6,000 certified trainers around the globe allow the services of the Institute to reach individuals totally free of charge. The vision of the Founding Fathers has been to create a society that is heart-centered, loving, and compassionate. In society can happen only through a change in each individual. Heartfulness is both an individual practice as well as a unified movement.
So as it is quite evident from the video that heartfulness primarily offers a practice of meditation, a heart-based meditation, which helps us to create a sense of balance in our lives. So we will be, in today's session, not only covering the aspect of going through and experiencing the meditation, but we'll also be beginning with some yogic, some simple exercises actually, and which we've termed as chair yoga. In today's world, while most of our time is spent in our workplaces, where most of us are seated all the time, I think it makes a lot of sense if we, are aware about certain basic exercises which we can do on a daily basis at our workplaces, at the convenience of our workplaces. So today, to begin this session on this day, we will be going through some chair exercises, followed by a small presentation on this word called yoga, this term called yoga, and then we shall venture into the heartfulness meditation. My name is Jason. I am also from Kolkata, and I have been practicing this system of meditation, the heartfulness meditation, for over 15 years now, and I'm a trainer. By profession, I'm into business, and my business is based out of Kolkata itself. So I welcome you all once again, and to move on, let us first begin with some chair yoga. So I assume we all are, right now also at the comfort of our homes and seated. So what we'll do is we'll be playing a recorded video by these exercises have been recorded and carried out by one of our experts, yoga experts, who will be guiding you. So you can simply follow, which will be for about 10 minutes. So are we all ready to do that? Okay, let's begin.
Jason, should we ask everyone to put the videos on so that we can, see them doing the chair yoga? Will that be okay?
Well, if they're comfortable,
or it's okay.
You're absolutely fine with it.
I also think that. I
Yes.
request all the participants to unmute your video, only video, not mic.
So that
So
at least we'll
everybody
have
can-
some sort of feeling.
Yes, everybody can turn on their
Please
videos.
unmute your camera, only camera. Aklakji, Divya, Tariqul Islam, Kayal Bidi, Asmita Kumari, please unmute your camera. Arbinder Rautre,
Please start
unmute
your
your
video.
camera. Did you hear my voice?
I think it's okay if some of us are not very comfortable in opening the cameras. Those who are comfortable in starting their videos, I'd request you to please start the videos by pressing this. You can see this camera button on your screen.
Yogaraj,
It must be-
Subhashish, Mahadev.
It must be cancelled right now. If you select it, it will uncancel and your video will start. But you can keep your microphone on mute. Okay. So nonetheless, shall we begin? Okay.
Hey, good morning. This is Ankit Pandey from Heartfullness Yoga. Today I'm going to teach you a few movements of yoga which you can do on the chair. It will really help you to be active, aware, and enthusiastic. Let's start with the breathing. A yogic breathing, please. Come forward a little bit. Keep your back straight. Now, bring your right palm on the stomach and inhale deeply. Bulge out your stomach. Expand your chest and use your clavicle. And exhale through the mouth. Your stomach will go down completely. From here, again, take deep inhale. Stomach will come out. Chest will expand. And your clavicle will automatically go up. And exhale through the mouth again. Repeat the process again. Relax. Let's stretch our spine. Please come forward a little bit. Keep your back erect. From here, inhale deeply from the nose and raise your arms from the side. Interlock fingers, palm facing upward, and stretch your arms, stretch your shoulders, stretch your back. And while exhaling, exhale and relax your arms from the side. Again, inhale big. Interlock fingers, palm facing sky, stretch your whole body. Exhale completely by relaxing your arms from the side. One more time. A big inhale with a big smile. Clasp your fingers, palm facing up. Stretch your back, stretch your shoulders, stretch your arms. Stretch completely while exhaling. Relax. Relax. Let's go for side bending. Again, keep your back straight. Now catch your chair from the side. Inhale deeply. Raise your right arm up. From here, exhale and bend from the side. Be there. And while inhaling, slowly come up and exhale. Same from other side. Inhale and exhale. Feel the nice stretch at your side. Inhale. Gently come back while exhaling. Repeat the process. Inhale deeply. Now exhale completely and bend. Feel the nice stretch at side of the body. Inhale deep and exhale slow. Other side. A big inhale with a big smile. Exhale. Bend from the side. Inhale deep. Gently come back with the exhalation. One more round. A big inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale completely. Again, inhale deeply. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale gently. Now relax. Let's go for spinal twist. Please sit erect. Come a little forward so your back will be straight. Keep your feet apart at shoulder level. Now have big inhale. Hold your chair at the back and hold your chair from the side with the other hand, and exhale completely, twist your back towards the right. And while inhaling, slowly come back. Now the side. Exhale, catch your chair at the back and hold your chair with the other hand from the side. And exhale completely, twist your trunk towards left. Inhale, gently come back. Again, inhale. While exhaling, twist your body towards right while catching the chair. Inhale, slowly come back. At the side, exhale, hold your chair at the back. Twist your spine completely towards left. Inhale, gently come back. Again, inhale deeply. Exhale and twist your body towards right. Feel the nice twisting at your spine. Inhale, slowly come back. Repeat it other side. Exhale. It will strengthen your spine, it will strengthen your back. While exhaling, slowly come back and relax yourself. Let's go for Kapalbhati. Kapalbhati is a breathing technique which will give you instant energy, which will keep you active. So for that, keep your back straight. For understanding, bring your right palm on the stomach. Now inhale deeply. From here, we have to only focus on exhalation. Here, active exhalation and passive inhalation. Okay, so look at me once, how I'm doing, then we'll do together. Understand? So what we do, we inhale and then exhale, exhale, exhale. We are not focusing on inhalation. It will come passively. Okay? Exhale minimum 20 to 30 rounds, and then relax yourself and inhale and exhale normally. And again, inhale deep and start the practice. Sit erect. Inhale. Please start. Relax. Normal inhalation and exhalation. Again, have big inhale. Please start. Relax. Normal breathe. If you want to feel really refreshed, then you can add heartfullness relaxation or heartfullness cleaning. It will keep you relaxed, active, and aware. Thank you so much.
So I hope that has energized all of us a bit. So how do we feel? Could everyone do it? Okay.
Doing it. It's sweating.
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah, it's sweating.
Yes, it was
Yeah, sweating.
sweating. Great. So this is something actually, we actually have a series of such videos which we term as chair yoga. Of course, Heartfullness also offers, a much extensive practice of this physical yoga and under the Heartfullness yoga wing. But these series of videos, the chair yoga, are actually very useful for us, right? When we are seated in our workplaces. So what I'll do is we'll share these links with you, and it can be shared with all of you over social media or WhatsApp or anything, by email maybe, so that you can actually follow them and adopt some of these in your daily routines to keep yourself a bit fitter. So we have now covered the physical aspect of what this today's session had to offer you, and we'll now proceed to a bit of a discussion and understanding of what really does this term yoga or yoga mean. Why we thought of sharing this with everyone is that even though we all know that yoga is something that has originated from our country, even though it has been adopted and is being practiced across the world, but there is a bit of a lack of proper understanding of what yoga really means. So we have compiled this very short presentation, and to discuss this, let us see what does it mean. Yoga as a term actually refers to or means two things. One, it is a state of existence. At the same time, yoga also refers to a path or a practice. So our common understanding of yoga, when we hear the word yoga, actually, because over the years, we have been exposed to yoga in such a way that whenever we refer to yoga, we think of physical exercises. We think of asanas and postures and how it can improve our health. But here we see that yoga actually means there is a much broader and wider understanding of this term and meaning of this term called yoga. So primarily it means, it has been derived from, as you see on the screen, the word yuj, and it means state of union between man and divine within. Or in another word, you can say it is our union with our higher self, or in common parlance, we can say it is the union with our highest potential, which is there right within us. So in one level of understanding, yoga is a state, whereas another level, it is a practice. And as you can again see on your screen, this term, Chitta Vritti Nirodha, is actually a term given by the yoga rishi Patanjali, who says that it is, yoga means channeling the activities of the mind or regulating the mind or settling the activities of the mind. So it simply means to bring the mind to a state of complete balance, to adopt certain practices which can settle the activities or regulate the activities of the mind. So this is one thing about yoga which we wanted to share. Let's see what's next. So having understood what yoga means really in the literal sense, what happens in a state of yoga? We said that yoga is a state. So what happens in a state of yoga? In a state of yoga, one feels and performs at one's best. So if you see, yoga literally refers to, when we talk about this state where we are in union with our highest self, what is the state of our highest self? It has been said that it is supreme bliss. And that is how the divine is also referred to as supreme bliss. So when you are in a state of yoga, when you are in a state of supreme bliss, when you're one with your highest self, of course, you feel the best. You feel at your best. It's a state of balance or equanimity. Samatvam yoga uchayate is the a shlok which has been taken from the Gita, and it simply says that in a state of yoga, one is in a state of supreme bliss or at your best. Another thing that happens when you are in a state of yoga is that you perform at your best. And here's another shlok from the Gita itself, which says yoga karmasu kaushala, or it means excellence in action. So yoga, in a state of yoga, if we have to combine these two understandings or these three understandings, that in a state of yoga where you are connected to your highest self, where you are in union with your highest potential, you feel the best and you perform at your best. Okay. So, you see, in front of you lies an entire categorization of what has been offered to us in terms of yogic practices. And this is a big tree, you can say, of yoga, which actually holds a lot of relevance in today's world. So we'll quickly let us see that from where does it start and what does it lead to. So yogic practices comprises of four main aspects. It has four main, which is viveka, or as you see in the top, which means discrimination. The second practice is vairagya, which means detachment. The third one is shat sampati, or spiritual attainments. And the last one is mumukshutva, which means the aspiration to be liberated. Now, from these four, there is a branch which comes out of shat sampati, and there are 6 shat sampatis, starting from shama, which is molding or regulation of the mind; dhamma, which is control of senses; uparti, which means self-withdrawal; titiksha means, a state of contentment or total satisfaction; shraddha means having an optimistic outlook, you can say, or faith or devotion. And the last of the shat sampatis is samadhan, means state of self-settledness to the goal. But you see, out of all these branches, the Yoga Rishi Patanjali, who is considered to be the father of yoga, he went down to the crux of the matter. And he picked up this aspect of yoga, which we call as regulation of the mind. I'm sorry, I just want to pause just for a second. Yes, I just led myself from darkness to light. Okay, so let us get back to what we were talking, that this aspect of regulation of the mind is what the sage Patanjali focused upon, thinking that it is here where the crux lies. And if the mind is regulated, then the rest of these things are much more easier to achieve, right? And mind you, that all these practices which are there in front of you, the ultimate aim being to be one with our highest self. Is the aim of yoga, the ultimate purpose of yoga, the state of yoga is what? Is to realize our highest potential, which is right there within us. So this molding of mind was then taken up by Sage Patanjali, and as we commonly know, and we must have heard this, that he laid out the Ashtanga Yoga, the 8 limbs of the yogic practices, which are right in front of you. Yama, which means good conduct. Niyama, which means regularity or discipline. Asana, posture. So here you see the third limb of the from these 8, the third step refers to as the asana, and which is actually most commonly understood as yoga, whereas we now understand that asanas are just a part of this entire yogic practices. So the third step being asana, fourth step being pranayam, which is regulation of our breath. Fifth is pratyahar. Pratyahar means inner withdrawal, means to withdraw our senses from the outward and direct them towards the inward. The sixth being dharana, which is about focus, which means mental focus. Seventh, dhyana, which is meditation. And the eighth being the final state, which is where we have to arrive at, which is the original condition, that state of balance, which we call as samadhi. So one would ask that in this entire structure, where does heartfulness fit in, right? And how is it relevant to us? So this is the Ashtanga Yoga that we were talking about, the 8 limbs. And as you see right now on the screen, what we've marked in green, can you see the things which are marked in green color, highlighted in green color? So that's what we are focusing at. The Shat Sampati, the part of Shat Sampati, which is Shama, and from Shama, the Ashtanga Yoga. And what heartfulness does is that heartfulness is basically a remodeled system, a remodeled version of the Ashtanga Yoga laid down by the sage Patanjali. And it has been remodeled only for one purpose, in order to suit, in order to suit the modern day existence, in order to be easy for any common man like you and me to adopt this and to integrate this in our busy lives. So heartfulness starts from the 6th step of the Ashtanga Yoga, which is dharana, then goes to dhyana and samadhi. The idea being this, again, you see that when we are able to regulate the tendencies of the mind, when we are able to balance this mind of ours, it is much easier for us to establish the above 5 steps as laid down in Ashtanga Yoga. So heartfulness does not want to discount, or it does not want to ignore the other 5 steps. It does not say that the other 5 steps are not important. It simply says that we begin from the mind, we begin from meditation, and as we are able to regulate these tendencies of the mind, it is then much easier for us to establish the other 5 aspects of Ashtanga Yoga in our lives in order to reach the final step. And Heartfullness actually does not only offer a practice of meditation, it also offers one or two more tools. In fact, some finer techniques, which are very simple and natural, which actually then help us establish all these 8 aspects, these 8 steps in our existence in order to arrive at the final stage. So today we will be, all of us, we will be experiencing this method of meditation, the Heartfullness method of meditation. In our session today, we'll be practically undergoing it and seeing its effect. What actually, makes, again, Heartfullness really unique is this aspect of what we call as transmission. So what is transmission? Transmission, simply put, is a yogic energy. It is an energy which is channeled towards the practitioner. So the trainer channels this energy towards the practitioner, and it simply the practitioner to go and experience a deep state in meditation. It helps the practitioner to have and go deep during meditation. So as far as the practitioner, that is your role, is concerned in transmission, you simply have to have an open heart to receive this transmission. Open heart and mind to receive and experience this transmission. So that is what makes Heartfullness really unique. There are actually so many forms of meditation that we hear about. And we right now, when we talk about Heartfullness, what actually differentiates? I told you about one aspect, which is transmission. But what differentiates one meditation practice from the other is actually the object upon which we meditate. So if I'm to ask you all, if I can get some response, what according to you, in your understanding or in your knowledge, is meditation? Can we have some feedback or some sharing of views about what we really think is meditation? Some of you might have tried it earlier, I'm sure. So in your experience, what do you think, or in your knowledge, I'm sure you must have at least read about meditation or heard about meditation. What do you think is meditation? Anyone? I think you need to unmute yourself.
Yes, Mr. Jaisal, I'm not able to hear your question properly. Could you please again tell me?
Yes, my question was, what do you understand meditation is? In your knowledge or in your understanding, what is meditation?
Meditation is a tool. If you are doing that, you will get mental peace, and this much would be.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. Something which gives us mental peace. That's absolutely fine. Anyone else?
I think meditation is a way by which we connect ourselves, that is our soul, to the Supreme Soul. So it is a kind of connection. Yoga or meditation is a kind of connection.
That's very nice. So meditation is a way to connect with the Supreme. That's very nicely said. Anyone else?
I think meditation is making the concentration of mind.
Okay. So meditation means concentration. Okay. Yes. Any other views?
To be calm or to become in a stable state.
to be calm. Yes, to be calm and come to a stable state of mind. Okay, absolutely. So while all of this in some way or the other, is true, but if I tell you very simply put, meditation is actually nothing but thinking about one thing continuously. So as a definition, meditation simply means to think of one thing continuously. In that sense, if we think about it, all of us are actually meditating in our lives. Because if I'm sitting at home and say if I'm thinking about something back in office, or if I'm in office and if I'm thinking about maybe some issue going back at home, or if a lover is thinking of the beloved all the time, we are in some way actually meditating unconsciously. But here comes the important aspect, that what really matters is that whatever we constructively, evolving out of this meditation or not? Are we developing ourselves, going in a direction which is evolutionary or not? And that's where the object of meditation plays the most important role. And that's why I said what differentiates one meditation from the other primarily is the object of meditation. And it is the object of meditation which determines your experience of meditation. At the same time, it also determines what will be the outcome of meditation. So in heartfulness meditation, as the term suggests, we meditate on our own hearts. In fact, we meditate on the idea that there is the source of light, or the source of divine light is already present in my heart. We meditate upon this idea of the existence of divine light in my heart. Now, to understand it more commonly, we can say, one can ask that why the heart and why this object? So firstly, when we say divine light, you can say divine stands for absolute purity and light stands for clarity. And when we choose such an object, such as light, which is so subtle, right? If we think about the subtlest object, it can only be light. Why? Because we cannot see light, but it is only because of light that we can see everything else. So when we meditate upon this idea of a divine light in our heart, again, the role of the heart comes there as well. That heart being the center of our existence, the effect of meditation percolates into our entire system. And we are trying to basically now, when we meditate upon this idea, we're trying to establish this purity and this clarity in our own selves. We are trying to become like that, because another way to understand meditation is that whatever we meditate upon, we start becoming like that. We draw the qualities of the object within ourselves and we start becoming like that. So we move towards a state of more purity and a state of, you can say, clarity of mind. And it is only actually, the experience of this meditation. When we actually do it, we are able to assess that what the outcome is when we meditate in this way. So heartfulness really puts a lot of stress into the practical experience of meditation rather than trying to understand, what meditation really is. And we say that the key to master meditation is to simply practice. So, to sum up, meditation simply as an activity is something with which we regulate our mind. We are able to not control the mind, but regulate the mind. When the mind is settled on a very, noble thought or noble idea, it begins to, draw the qualities of that object, and it begins to settle down. And we experience, as a result, a state of balance within us. So all these are simple, right now just theory or something that, we try to understand, but we'll not put you through this intellectual process. Rather, we'll take you directly into the experience. And today what we're going to do is that we will go through this meditation, which will be aided with transmission. Like I said, that I will be meditating with you, and I will be channeling this transmission towards you, which will help you to actually go deep during meditation. So there is, apart from meditation, the heartfulness practice also comprises of two other important aspects. In fact, three other important aspects. The first one being relaxation. Like you see on the screen, relaxation. We'll be doing the relaxation right now. So relaxation is a step which comes before meditation. It is mainly to relax our body at the physical level. This technique will simply prepare you to go into meditation. Relaxation is not meditation as such. It just prepares you, relaxes you so that you're able to go into meditation in a better way. Meditation, of course, we'll be doing today. There is something called mental detox. We don't have the time to go through it today, but this is just for your awareness. And there is something called the inner connect. So these four practices actually comprise about the entire heartfulness set of practices. What we're going to do today is we'll be going through relaxation and then meditation with transmission. Okay, so I will be, playing out an audio right now, an audio clip where you will hear a set of commands, which is basically the heartfulness relaxation. You have to sit where you are. You do not have to worry about taking up any particular posture. You can be seated on the chair or any comfortable posture, which you can retain during the entire process of meditation. In heartfulness, we say it is important to take up a posture which basically you can hold on. You cannot lie down, or you should not tilt your head back towards the wall or your headrest or anything like that. You can take backrest, or you can sit on a chair. You can sit on the floor, wherever you're comfortable. Before we proceed, before we go into heartfulness relaxation, just one or two more things about meditation, because we have this common misunderstanding about what meditation is. And two things only. One, that we tend to think that meditation is concentration. We say these two things, like one of our friends had said that meditation is concentration, but that is a very commonly used, I would say, common misunderstanding, that during meditation we have to concentrate. This is something we have to just keep in mind. We don't concentrate during meditation. Concentration is actually the outcome of meditation. When we meditate over a period of time, we develop the better capacity of concentration in any activity that we do. So during meditation, we don't try to concentrate very hard. What we do is we simply allow ourselves to get absorbed within naturally. It will happen very naturally. So we do not try too hard to concentrate. That is one thing. Second thing is the most common problem which is thoughts during meditation. And maybe some of us who have also tried other forms of meditation earlier may have experienced this, that when we try to meditate, we have a rush of thoughts. We have many thoughts. But do not worry. It does not mean that you're not able to meditate. In fact, it is very much a part of meditation, because here we're not trying to control the activities of the mind. Thinking or thoughts is the very natural function of the mind. Like we have eyes to see, we have nose to smell. Similarly, our mind is to think. So thoughts will come, and we do not worry about that. There is a way we deal with that situation. Whenever we find ourselves, drifted away to some other thoughts or ideas, we gently remind ourselves that we were meditating and bring back ourselves to the idea with which we began meditating, which is light in our hearts. So we simply ignore those thoughts by coming back to the activity of meditation. So this may happen, once or twice or even more times. Do not worry. It does not mean, again, I would say, that you're not able to meditate. It is very much part of meditation. And you simply, treat those thoughts as uninvited guests. When we have uninvited guests at home and we don't pay attention to them, what happens? If we continue to do what we're doing, what happens? They simply walk away. They say, this guy is not giving me attention, let me go. Similarly, that's how we treat our thoughts. We get back to what we were doing, those thoughts, they drop off. So these are the two things that we just keep in mind before we start this. So now we'll go into the heartfulness relaxation. The relaxation will be for about 4 to 5 minutes. After the relaxation, I would request you to keep your eyes closed, to remain with your eyes closed, because then I will be guiding you into meditation. So all in all, this entire process will be about 20 minutes or so, 15 to 20 minutes. And at the end of it, I will tell you that's all. Only when I tell you that's all, I would request you all to gently open your eyes and then share your experience. So are we ready to go ahead? Great. So
Yes,
you can still
Deshu.
sit back and follow the instructions that you hear now.
Relaxation. Many of us today live in a state of chronic stress. Take a minute to observe yourself. If you observe carefully, you will probably find that some part of your body or mind is tense or uncomfortable. You may need to calm down, unwind physically, or relax your tired muscles. The heartfulness relaxation process is an extremely simple way to do just that. It is especially helpful when done before meditation and prepares us for the journey within. You can do this for yourself or narrate the instructions to others to help them relax. Sit comfortably and close your eyes very slowly and very gently. Let's begin with the toes. Wiggle your toes. Now, feel them relax. Feel healing energy from the earth move up into your feet and ankles. Then up to your knees, relaxing your lower legs. Now feel the healing energy move up your legs, relaxing them. Relax your thighs. Now, deeply relax your hips, stomach, and waist. Relax your back. From the top to the bottom, your entire back is relaxed. Relax your chest and shoulders. Feel your shoulders simply melting away. Relax your upper arms. Relax each muscle in your forearms. Relax your hands right up to your fingertips. Now relax your neck muscles. Move your awareness up to your face. Relax your jaw, mouth, nose, eyes, earlobes, facial muscles, forehead, all the way to the top of your head. Feel that your whole body is completely relaxed. Scan your system from top to toe, and if there's any part of your body that is still tense, painful, or unwell, spend some more time immersing it in the healing energy of the earth. When you are ready, move your attention to your heart. Rest there for a little while. Feel immersed in the love and light in your heart.
Please remain with your eyes closed.
Well, the video is off. We can't able to hear.
Please remain with your eyes closed. We shall now move into meditation. Have this idea that there is divine light already present in my heart, and it is illuminating my heart from within. have this idea that it is this divine light in your heart is slowly pulling your attention inwards towards itself. It is just an idea. It is just a supposition. And hence we do not try to see any form of light. Do not try to concentrate too hard, but simply allow yourself to get absorbed within as and when it naturally happens. If your mind gets diverted towards any other thoughts or ideas, do not worry. Gently remind yourself that you are meditating and get back to the idea of light in your heart. Please continue to meditate in this way for the next 10 minutes or so until I tell you that's all. That's all. Request you all to take a moment. Please take a moment or two to just reflect Hello.
Yes, Jashalji.
Yeah, actually, somehow the network was poor, so the connection was lost.
Okay.
So I would like you all to please mentally note, your experience of this few minutes of meditation. I think we must have meditated for about 15 minutes or so, or maybe 20 minutes. And before we close the session, I would like to just, if we can have a quick feedback about your experience. If anyone would like to share what they felt after meditation, whether they could meditate. Anyone? I'm not able to hear actually. Is someone trying to speak? I'm not able to hear.
To share their experience, it looks like. You would like you all to open up and share your experience?
No, I think someone is trying to say, but it's not audible. I think so. Please share experience. You can even write. If you like, you can just write it in the chat box as well. There is a chat box. If you want, you can write it down there. Thank you. Or also, if there are any questions or any queries, any doubts regarding whatever we discussed or whatever you experienced during meditation, you can please ask.
Yes, sir. Actually, I have one question. Especially for the kids when they are sitting for doing meditation, the children's attention is not to be in one position, because more than a minute they may not able to sit properly and they may not able to concentrate. To get or to get attention of the concentration, what shall we do?
So as part of an heartfulness offering, we can just suggest that you can make the kid undergo the heartfulness relaxation technique, because even though we do not suggest.
In the case of hyperactive kids, what we can do for hyperactive kids?
So any kid, I mean, you can because it's a slow process, because we don't know actually what's going on inside them. What we generally suggest is for kids is that you can, as part of their daily routine, you can actually make them try the relaxation technique, because it is just a set of commands which goes on for 4 minutes. And if they just follow it, if they just listen to it, we have got a lot of such feedbacks that, it has helped to calm down the child, and it has helped them to, get out of this hyperactivity. So this relaxation technique is something which we suggest, can be given to kids as well. And the meditation actually is for kids which are 15 years and above. So for those 15 years and below, we suggest you can make them try the heartfulness relaxation technique.
Okay. From where I get those details, sir? In Heartfullness website I will get regarding the relaxation technique?
You will get it there. In fact, if you go on YouTube, if you type Heartfullness relaxation, you will get it there as well. But what is most simplest is what I have displayed right in front of you on the screen is this Hearts app. We have an app which you can download on an Android or on an iPhone. It's called Hearts app. It's a free app, and everything related to heartfulness, the relaxation, the meditation, the mental detox technique, all of that is available over there. You can also actually connect with a trainer directly and take a one-to-one session, a meditation session with the trainer for yourself through this app, because trainers around the globe are always logged in. So if you go there and if you want a meditation session at any time of the day, you can log into this app and take a session straight away. You'll also find the Heartfulness relaxation technique audio in it, which you can use for yourself, for your kids, for anyone you like. So this is what we recommend. You can actually download this app and use it on a regular basis to be in touch, to carry forward this practice.
Thank you so much, Jacob, for your information.
Yes, and
I think
for the
we are in,
sorry.
no, we are almost come in the concluding session, no?
Yes, absolutely. We are getting some more feedback on the chat box, and that's very nice. Thank you for sharing all these feedbacks. Yes, there is a very important thing that is mentioned by Mr. Arvind Rautre. He says that a lot of things came to his mind, but after opening his eyes, he felt relaxed. So this is actually a very important thing which I wanted to inform everyone, and a point which I wanted to come at is that in the heartfulness meditation especially, we say that there can be different forms of experiences during meditation. Sometimes you may have only thoughts running in your mind. Sometimes you may have, some visions that you see. Sometimes you can just feel completely lost, as if you don't know where the time went. So your experiences during meditation could be very different. Yet what is most important is what you feel after meditation. So that's why what we suggest is that once you're done with meditation, you just spend a minute or two to connect with what you feel after meditation, how you feel after meditation, and let that feeling settle down within you. And that is the most important part of heartfulness meditation, because that is the result of this system of this practice, and that is what is going to stay with us and help us to change. So don't worry about what happens during meditation. You will see that even if you had thoughts during meditation, like our friend over here said, after meditation, you will feel a sense of lightness. You might feel a sense of complete relaxation, peace in your mind. So that is the outcome of meditation. And in this small session, you all have experienced something. So there's just a small trailer of what happens with meditation. When we practice on a regular basis, the effects, the benefits are much bigger, much deeper. So just to quickly leave you all with some information, where after today also, if you like to connect with heartfulness, continue this practice, we have on a daily basis. Firstly, I obviously told you about the Hearts app. Again, on the screen, you can see that we have a Heartfulness YouTube link. It's called Heartfulness at Work /live. I will be sharing all of this over mail also with you. Sister Vidya will be sharing this, where every day, Monday to Friday, 4 o'clock, we have a trainer who comes live to give a meditation session for anyone who would like to undergo it. So this is one way where you can remain connected as well. And you can log into our website, heartfullness.org, where you'll find many other resources which you can make use of, to continue this practice. So with that, we come to the end of this session from my end, and